Land, soil, and water resources. Land as a resource. Land is one of the most important and critical natural resources on Earth. It provides for almost 95% of our requirement of food, shelter, and clothing. However, land covers only 30% of the total surface of the Earth. The rest, 70%, is water. Land use. Land is a habitat of human beings, as well as all living organisms. Even uninhabited land is a resource. Mountains support forests, which are a home to flora and fauna. Fertile land in the plains is excellent for agriculture. Plateaus are a storehouse of minerals. Land supports all economic activities. Anything that grows on the land makes a good natural resource for the mankind. All wildlife, forests, flora and fauna are very useful for the survival of mankind. Land also supports a complete infrastructure of railways, roads, buildings, plants, factories and houses, etc., which become human-made resources. Majority of our people depend on the land for their livelihood. Overexploitation of land due to ever-increasing population has resulted in degradation of land, causing soil erosion, desertification, and landslides. Measure of land conservation. Unplanned cutting of trees should be checked. Afforestation. Land reclamation. Terrace farming in the hilly slopes. Planned development of roads and railway. Resorting to more efficient forms of mining. Controlling human activities such as construction of dams and buildings. Soil. The uppermost layer of the Earth's crust is called soil. Soil is a very important natural resource. The quality of soil is the deciding factor as to what kind of crops can grow in that area. Soil profile. Soil is formed in layers. If we cut down soil vertically, we will be able to see the different layers of soil. A view of distinctive layers of soil from the ground surface downwards to where the soil meets the underlying rocks is known as soil profile. There are 4 distinct layers of soil. Soil erosion. Removal of topsoil from one place to another through natural agencies like flowing water or winds is called soil erosion. If it is not checked, it can lead to soil degradation or depletion of soil. Mulching. In arid and semi-arid regions, plants are covered with mulch or layers of organic matter like wet straw or leaves to help soil retain moisture and prevent soil erosion. Contour barriers. Stones, grass, soil are used to build barriers along contours. Trenches are made in front of the barriers to collect water. Terrace farming. Flat steps are made on the steep slopes so that flat surfaces are available to grow crops. The steps also reduce surface runoff and soil erosion. Intercropping. 2 or more crops are grown in alternate rows and are sown at different times to protect the soil from being washed away by rain. Contour plowing. Cultivation of crops along the contour of a hill slope to form a natural barrier for water to flow down the slope. Shelter belts. Rows of trees planted around farms in coastal and desert regions act as a shield against strong winds and reduce soil erosion by wind. Rock dam. Rocks are piled up to slow down the flow of water so as to prevent gullies and soil loss. Water as a resource. Water is a critical resource, without which plants and animals cannot exist. Distribution of water. Natural water exists in different forms, in the air, on the surface of the earth, below the ground, and in the oceans. Only 2.5% of the earth's water is fresh water and rest is saline water in the oceans. The oceans cover 2/3 of the earth's surface. The seawater, being saline, is unfit for human consumption. Most of the fresh water is in the form of frozen glaciers and ice caps in the Arctic region, Antarctica, Greenland, and snow-covered mountains. Natural imbalance and scarcity of water. Growth in population, urbanization, and human activities have led to an increase in the demand for water. Excessive pumping of underground water has lowered the water table in many regions and has led to a severe shortage of this important natural resource. Water pollution. Pollutants like industrial waste discharged in the rivers, chemical fertilizers used in agriculture, toxic chemicals like pesticides, untreated or partially treated sewage contaminate the rivers and streams and make the water unfit for human consumption. Conservation of water. Water is being misused, wasted, overexploited, and is being contaminated. Each one of us must contribute to conservation of water by following means. Rainwater harvesting. Rainwater harvesting means collecting and storing rainwater for reuse during dry season, instead of allowing it to run off in the drains and wasting it. Drip irrigation. Instead of irrigating the crops by flooding the field with water, watering the crops with drip irrigation or sprinklers can save plenty of water. Stop leakages. Stop leakages of water at every stage by following good plumbing techniques and using high-quality pipes and appliances.